Every 4 years, something extraordinary happens. The world pauses, not completely, of course. The trains still run, the markets still open, people still go to work, attend classes, and carry on with their lives. Yet beneath the ordinary rhythm of daily existence, something begins to stir. A quiet anticipation, a growing excitement, a feeling that history is once again approaching. The FIFA World Cup starts today, and with it comes a phenomenon unlike anything else in sport. For a few precious weeks, borders become less important than dreams, languages become less important than emotions, politics, differences, and distances fade into the background. Billions of people, scattered across every corner of the earth, find themselves united by a single hope. Maybe this is our year. The World Cup is not merely a tournament. It is memory, it is nostalgia, it is heartbreak, it is joy. It is a collection of moments so powerful that they become part of our lives forever. A child watching Pelé conquer the world, a generation mesmerized by Maradona. The tears of Roberto Baggio, the redemption of Ronaldo, the brilliance of Zidane, the magic of Messi, the relentless ambition of Cristiano Ronaldo. Every World Cup leaves behind stories that outlive the matches themselves, because football is never just football. It is fathers and sons watching together, friends gathering around television screens, entire nations holding their breath for 90 minutes. It is the feeling of believing that anything is possible. And now another chapter is about to begin. But this World Cup feels different. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is not simply the next edition of football's greatest tournament. It is a historic one. For the first time ever, the World Cup will be hosted by 3 nations: the United States, Canada, and Mexico. For the first time ever, 48 teams will participate instead of 32. For the first time ever, the competition will stretch across 104 matches, making it the largest World Cup in history. Everything about this tournament feels bigger: larger stadiums, larger crowds, larger expectations, and perhaps larger dreams. Yet what makes this World Cup truly fascinating has nothing to do with numbers. It is the feeling that we are witnessing a bridge between 2 football generations. On one side stand the legends who have defined an era: Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Luka Modric, Neymar. Names that have dominated conversations, headlines, debates, and imaginations for nearly 2 decades. For some of them, this may be the final World Cup journey, the final anthem, the final walk onto football's grandest stage, the final opportunity to add one last chapter to a legacy already written in gold. There is something deeply emotional about that, because no matter how great our heroes become, time remains undefeated. And on the other side waits the future. A new generation eager to inherit the game: Lamine Yamal, Kylian Mbappé, Jude Bellingham, Jamal Musiala, Pedri. Players whose stories are only beginning. Players who grew up watching the legends and now have the chance to become legends themselves. The torch is waiting to be passed. The stage is set. History is watching. And then there is the beautiful uncertainty that makes football the world's most beloved sport. Can Argentina defend their crown and become back-to-back champions? Will France once again transform extraordinary talent into ultimate success? Is this finally England's moment? Can Germany return to the summit? Will Spain begin a new golden age? Can Portugal deliver the ending millions dream about? Or perhaps most romantically of all, can Brazil reclaim the throne that many believe belongs to football's spiritual home? No one knows. And that is precisely why the World Cup captivates us. Because unlike stories written in books, nobody knows how this one ends. There are no spoilers, there is no script, only possibility. Somewhere in this tournament, an unknown player will become a hero. Somewhere a giant will fall, somewhere a nation will celebrate long into the night, and somewhere another nation will experience heartbreak that will be remembered for generations. That is the promise of the World Cup. Not certainty, possibility. Perhaps that is why the tournament continues to capture our imagination more than any other sporting event on Earth. For 1 month, a child in Mumbai, a student in Buenos Aires, a worker in Lagos, a family in Madrid, and a fan watching from a small village anywhere in the world can all share the same dream. Not because they speak the same language, not because they come from the same country, but because they believe. Believe that their team can do something extraordinary. Believe that this could be the year they tell their children about someday. Believe that impossible things can happen. And sometimes they do. That is the magic of the FIFA World Cup. That is why billions will watch. That is why hearts will race. That is why history will be written. The world is dreaming again, and the greatest story in sport is about to begin.